make it a bit more real that the Lions are coming?
Yeah, it's a funny one, right? Like you're out there playing with not playing with, but watching actual Lions, and then you put in the context of the British and Irish Lions a little bit different. But yeah, I mean it's definitely getting closer, isn't it? So it's all everyone's been talking about since the beginning of the year, and now we're sort of on the home stretch with Super Rugby finish for us, obviously at the Waratahs. So yeah, I mean it is certainly getting more real.
You mentioned Super Rugby's over for you. How are you staying fit during this time?
We're back in training. We had 5 days off and then back in, so long enough to enjoy a break, but not long enough to lose too much fitness, hopefully.
The next few weeks, do you change training to make sure that you are match fit for when those tests start?
Training has changed a little bit, just sort of by virtue of the circumstance. But no, I mean the match fitness really only comes in matches. So there'll be guys rolling out in the Shoot Shield, I'm sure, and obviously the Brumbies still going, and I'm not sure what the other franchises are doing around that sort of stuff. But for us, we had a good little touch up yesterday at training, so there's plenty of fitness going on.
Got a mini hub as well with the Wallabies later this week as well.
Yeah, I think that kicks off tomorrow. Yep.
What do you expect from that? Wallabies coaches are going to be there, obviously.
Yeah, it's always hard to know what to expect. I think Jake Gordon's quietly hoping he doesn't have to do a Bronco, but we're sort of hoping we'll see him do a bit of fitness, given that he missed the fitness in the last camp. But no, look, I think it'd just be nice to touch base with the coaches again. We haven't seen a whole lot of them during Super Rugby, so it'd be nice to get some feedback. Or hopefully it'll be nice. You never know. Get some feedback, and then you start sort of preparing for if and when you get an opportunity to be called up.
2013, you were just coming through, or just starting your rugby career, probably, or just since coming out of school. What's your memories of that tour, and how much has that sort of influenced you wanting to get to this moment?
Yeah, so I was doing my HSC when the Lions came last time, so it's hard to look past the memory of the Israel Folau and George North collision in terms of Lions experiences. Obviously, they're so few and far between. Being every 12 years, there's actually not that many memories, for people like me who have only really seen it once and been old enough to understand it and enjoy it. But yeah, I mean, the Israel Folau and George North clashing is two greats of the game, right? And it's pretty cool to see, and hopefully we'll see a bit more of that. Maybe Joseph Suwali and Duane Vandermeer or something like that, and hopefully it's a spectacle as it was the last time.
How are you feeling about your own game and where you sit in the selection permutations?
Oh yeah, I mean obviously not a year. On a personal note, probably not the best year. So, I mean that stuff happens, and you got to get on with it. And it's the beauty of the game, right? Is it's completely out of my control whether I get picked or not. But what I do know is that Joe is a good coach, and he'll pick the best team he can. And if that's not me, that's not me.
Wait, what do you think you weren't at your absolute best this season? Anything you can put your finger on?
Oh, not really. I mean, there's not one. I don't think there's ever any one thing. I'm not gonna dive into that one too much.
Did you have any feedback from Joe and the coaches throughout the Super Series?
No, I haven't spoken to them at all. I mean, it's not. I would say that was the same last year, so we actually didn't have a lot of correspondence during the year either. So I think that's actually probably not a bad thing, right? Like they trust the franchises to give and look after that sort of stuff, and look after the feedback. So I mean the answer is no, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, Dan McKellar is a world-class coach, so you got people like that giving you feedback. I think it's pretty good.
Most people talk about like the Lions selection and how that's so competitive. Do you think that the fact that people are going to be talking about the competitiveness of the Wallabies is going to actually help the side and elevate performance, the internal competitiveness for selection?
I mean, yeah, I think competitiveness always helps naturally. And I mean, talking about the fact that it's more competitive is great for the game. The fact that we can talk about who's going to be in what position, and we can all speculate, and everyone can have a different opinion. I think that's a great thing, and it's, to be honest, probably something we've not had a lot of for a little while. So look, I think it's great for the game that we're talking about who should be where, and there's a little bit of doubt about half the rugby supporting population want player X and the other half want player Y, and as far as we're concerned, you don't really read too much into it, but I think as far as the spectacle goes, and for the game, it's a good thing.
Just having that one test against Fiji to prepare, is that enough for a Lion series?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person. Geez, I don't know. I don't know the answer. I'm not sure that's the right question because, we're sort of bound by the constraints of time, right? Like, it's not like we could have players Six Nations before they get here and get prepared. So I don't know if that's the right question.
Is it more like the World Cup? Obviously, it's a pinnacle for a lot of people. Is it easier knowing that it's going to be on home soil? It's obviously the pressure's going to be right up there. But
Sorry, you mean the World Cup or the Lions? Sorry.
Well, the World Cup, obviously, pressure probably wasn't quite handled by the team. Do you think it'll be easier knowing that it's on home soil, that you know the grounds, the familiarity there?
Home ground advantage is definitely a thing. But World Cups aren't easy, so we sort of learned that the hard way, unfortunately. I think, tricky question to answer actually, Christy. Like, I think, the home ground advantage should help, but then don't forget, only the Reds guys are playing home at Suncorp, and only the Waratahs guys are playing home at Allianz and that sort of stuff. So I think it'd probably be a benefit slightly, but still, like, it's a challenging tournament, and like World Rugby, the quality of the sides that have been in the past sort of considered minnows is, they're rapidly getting up there, so it's pretty hard graft at the moment.
Last couple of things.
The collision with Joseph, obviously very unfortunate, friendly fire, like a horrible thing to happen. Like, did you feel a bit sick after that happened, and like how's that whole thing been?
Yeah, nobody wants to crash the Ferrari. That's definitely not what anybody wants. I was worried I was going to go viral as a guy who damaged Joseph before the Lions series, but hopefully he's going to be back. He looks all right down there. He's doing a lot of talking, which is a good sign. But look, obviously extremely unfortunate, but nature of the game. It was nice to get in there and remind the big fella that I've still got a little bit of hardness about me, despite everybody's opinion.
Last one, thanks.
The lessons learned from 23, can that help this time in 25?
Oh, yeah, certainly hope so. I mean, that is the game, right? It's constantly trying to grow, and one of the ways that you grow is by learning off your past experiences. And I think, I've said it before, and I'll bang the drum forever. I think you learn more from failing than you do from succeeding. Certainly in my experience. So, I think it's definitely going to help.